I'm heading out to the desert to get some fresh air, and more importantly, I'm very excited. I'm going to be talking about the Cybertake S2 Pro air conditioner slash heater slash dehumidifier. Now the big question is this going to actually work in the heat of Arizona? Stay tuned to find out. So we arrived out here. It's pushing 100 degrees today, so it is quite warm, and it looks like we may get a little bit of rain. But I'm gonna go ahead and get that Cybertake set up because I could stay in some cool air right now. It's a hot day out here, but it's shaping up to be a great afternoon, and I'm excited to share with you the Cybertake S2 Pro and what it can really mean to someone who really just loves to be outdoors. The Cybertake S2 Pro offers powerful heating and cooling wherever you go. With whisper quiet operation, automatic drainage, and rugged portability, it's the perfect solution for year-round comfort in any environment. So now that I have the Cybertake pretty much ready to go, we have the hoses out, we have the front adapter ready. There's a couple different places in which you can set this up. Depending on your vehicle, depending on your situation, you can do what's obviously best for you. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set it, because I have a platform right here. I'm actually going to set it up there. I could also put it up front here, and for my tent on the back of the trailer, the most logical place is just setting it up on top of the trailer. So we're gonna go ahead and set it up outside. We can set it up inside the tent as well. And if we don't get rained on, we'll show you a few options.
One thing I really like about the Cybertake S2 is just how easy it is to move around and set up. At about the size of a large shoebox, it doesn't take up much space, and it is simple to place wherever you need it. In my opinion, it's the perfect size, compact and portable, but still powerful enough to make a real-world difference when you keep your expectations grounded in real-world use.
So for my current setup, I'm going to be plugging it into my house batteries. You could also plug it into the vehicle itself. You could also use a generator, whether that's battery power generator, propane, gas, whatever makes sense for you. So I'm going to be setting this up in this fashion. You could put the air inlet and outlet through the same side. I'm going to kind of position mine so one's kind of coming in on one side and then one's coming in on the other, just to try to keep them away from each other. I'm going to go ahead and start this up. Now, there is a remote control, which I'll show you here shortly.
I'm really impressed with how the Cybertake has been built. It feels incredibly sturdy and strong and does not feel inexpensive whatsoever. Here's an example of the ductwork and how I position them inside the tent. I'm going to play around with this, and when I figure out some tips and tricks, I'll let you know.
Okay, so I do have a thermometer. Currently it's reading 95 degrees. Now the clouds have come out, which is significantly going to help. And I'm going to talk about realistic expectations with the Cybertake and in the outdoor environment. But right now, this is reading 95 degrees. I'm going to put this in here. We're going to let it run for probably about 10 minutes. And let's see what happens. And by the way, it's starting to sprinkle. So the Cybertake S2 Pro is IPX4 rated, splash resistant, light rain and dew. And as you can see, we're kind of putting it to the test here with this nice big rain cloud. The Cybertake is very quiet, so it's whisper quiet at about 38 to 42 decibels. So when sleeping in here in the evening, it's probably very similar to just a very light fan at the end of the day, and if it's outside the tent, it's going to be that much more quieter. But I really haven't had any issues, and I'm very keen on hearing, and I don't like loud noises, so this has not been a problem. Super happy, very quiet, thumbs up. So currently I'm using, it says the Cybertake's using about 535 watts. So about 535 watts, it's not bad at all. And again, it's really fairly quiet. So let's go take a look and see how much the temperature has dropped in about approximately 10 minutes. Whoa, I opened that up, it's like a cold blast of air. Okay, so it's at 83. So we were at, I think, about 95, right? So now it's at 83 degrees. That's a good drop. But wow, I'm telling you what, for being 90 degrees out here and, you know, low 80 now in here, that's a significant difference. And that's why I'm definitely very, very excited. This is a game changer. We're gonna go ahead and keep letting it run.
Again, keep in mind, driving over here, the air temperature was in the high 90s, so this rooftop tent is very warm still. Now, the clouds did roll in, but I'm quite impressed within approximately 10 minutes of how much this has cooled down so far.
Not gonna lie, I like the color scheme of the Cybertake S2 Pro. That gray color, that's beautiful, it matches my rig perfectly. So one of the things that I really, really like is this remote control. So it has the same functionality as the unit itself. So if you're up in the tent and you have the unit set on the outside of the tent or enclosure, such as I do in this instance, you can just simply use this remote, hit the button, control the fan speed, the different modes, mode, eco plus sleep mode, max mode. You can change it from cooling to heating to dehumidifying, and of course you could just simply run it in fan mode only. So very versatile and very convenient having this remote control. Let's go check on the temperature. It's been about 20 minutes. Whoa, I feel that blast of cold air again. Wow, 76.8. That's almost colder than I keep my house. So 76, 77 degrees. That's pretty good. It feels really nice in here. Wow. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. 77 degrees, it was 76. Very impressed. I'm not sure how well you can hear the sound and if it's going to do justice, but this is on high and it's pretty quiet. I have no problem sleeping with this at night. But we're going to go ahead and turn this on eco sleep mode. So I put it on eco sleep mode. It's going to use the lowest power possible. And so it just ramped down. I'm going to see how much watts we're using. So currently, with my current setup and my current reading, it's saying it's about 126 watts. I have seen this right around 100, just slightly over 100. So depending on the accuracy, but it's definitely running on very low wattage now. That's eco sleep mode. So we're getting a nice little rain shower. Actually feels incredibly good. So we're definitely putting that IPX4 weather rating to the test. As you can see, it's definitely a light rain, probably to a mid rain, I would say. But it's definitely rated for outdoor use, so no worries. So the other nice thing about the Cybertake, which I believe I mentioned earlier, is it's only approximately 25 pounds. So you can easily move it to where you need to do. You can lift it up, you can lift it down. Most people shouldn't be a problem, but it's very, very reasonable. So right now, I just took it off from the top there, and very user-friendly. So one of the things that I also found very convenient, and I'm trying to stay under and out of the rain here, or under the tent and out of the rain. One of the things that I really like, so when you want to move the Cybertake around and you want to change positions or set it up or tear down, this face plate here with the hoses simply pops off. So you can simply pop that off, and then you can just take this and again move it to where you wish and not have the hoses. Okay, so I'm trying to stay out of the rain, but generally when I'll have my awning up, the Cybertake will sit right on top of that, still no problem with the awning up. So it's a small enough sized unit that it really can pretty much go wherever you would like, which is another benefit. The size, very user friendly. So I'm gonna set up the Cybertake S2 Pro, and I'm gonna kind of put it in a configuration to where if I was using it for this type of rooftop tent on a trailer, kind of what would the setup be? And the nice thing that I like, the removable faceplate for the front and or the rear, depending how you have it configured, is very simple. It just simply snaps on, just like that. So it looks to be great. Now, I usually have like a little cloth or a little rag that I'll put up in there to kind of just make it a little bit more airtight. So as I'm learning and perfecting this, when I get some tips or tricks or hacks, I'll most certainly let you know. Let's talk about a few of the main features of the Cybertake. And what I'll do is throughout the video, I'll put some better descriptions in case I forget something. So the Cybertake, as you can tell, I've been picking it up, handling it, moving it around. Pretty lightweight, around 25 pounds, so it's very manageable. The footprint of itself is very compact. I would call it definitely very compact for an air conditioner, which the air conditioning is a 5100 BTU. The heating side of it is 6100 BTU. And then it also has a dehumidifier function. So it's really a 3-in-1. And then if you really wanted to, like as I mentioned earlier, you could just do the fan only so that you could just circulate air. It also has a 100 centimeter drop rating, which is approximately 40 inches or approximately 3 feet. So if I were to slip and fall and drop this right now, this thing should survive no problem. So it's very tough, it's very durable. As I also mentioned, the IPX4 water resistant rating. So we were out here and the big rain cloud blew over, and as you could tell, this did get very wet, but no issues, no problems, and it was functioning fine outside. So very happy, very impressed. Let's talk a little bit more about realistic expectations and possibly who this would be a good fit for. So who may be a good fit for the Cybertake S2 Pro? Well, I would say if you're anyone who simply loves to get outdoors or you do outdoor activities, this would be a strong consideration. So whether you're out camping in the wild out here with rooftop tents, maybe you have a ground tent, maybe you're camping in a vehicle, you're out at a tailgate event, sporting events, out at the local park, wherever you can imagine that you're doing something outdoors, maybe you're on your outdoor patio at your house, at your cabin, at your getaway, at your vacation place, whatever that may be, this can be a great solution. So when it's very warm or very hot out there, whether it's a little cold or a little more chilly, or maybe you just live in a very, very humid climate and you just want to be a little more comfortable, this is a great option. The cooling capability is 5100 BTU, the heating capability is 6100 BTU, and you have a dehumidifier, as I mentioned earlier, and of course I said you have a fan mode, you can just circulate air. So multifaceted, multi-purpose. Now, I want to set proper expectations. I've seen some reviews out there, whether it's online or on YouTube, as I started to research portable air conditioning units. And some of them are very spot on. And I would also say some of them might not be quite maybe as realistic, or I would just say common sense. If it's 100 degrees outdoors here in Arizona and it's full sun on the rooftop tents and I'm trying to cool that down, it's going to cool it down, but it's probably still going to be a little warm inside, no question about it. Ground tents, you name it, when it's full sun and very hot out, this isn't going to chill it to an ice box. That's not what it's designed for, and that's not realistic expectations. But what I'm very excited about is the evening, just being able to sleep comfortably at night. That in and of itself is game changer. I can go out quite confidently in 100+ degree heat here in Arizona, and when that sun goes down, and when it's still in the mid-high 90s, low hundreds, this will certainly do the job to make it very comfortable, very palatable to sleep in a rooftop tent. So I'm going to be doing some more testing, a lot more testing, and a lot more just using this because I get out a lot. I'm going to be sharing this with you because I'm just flat out excited. If you have something that you can find and use that makes just getting out a little more user-friendly, a little more palatable, as I call it, if you could get out one more time a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 more times a year, maybe just once a month more than you typically would, you only need one of those events to be an event that is ingrained in your mind forever, and the memories you created will be forever lasting. I can't tell you how many times I've been out with friends or family, and they're still ingrained in my head. There are times when probably we didn't go out as a family just because of, again, temperatures, comfortable sleeping, if you have pets. But if I had had this and we went out, we may have made some of those memories. But all I know is I want to capture as much of those as humanly possible for the time that I have here. Cybertake S2 Pro, multifaceted. I would like to take a moment to simply thank Cybertake for allowing me this opportunity, for believing in me and my channel and my goals and aspirations, and for allowing me to test this product. I'm passionate about getting outdoors, and this, for me, my family, and friends, it's definitely going to allow us to get out there more, create those memories, create those special events, and get out and just explore. So Cybertake, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot. If you like to get outdoors and you want to make things a little more comfortable, I just can't stress enough how game changer this is. If you can be outdoors and be comfortable, especially, I believe, in the evening while sleeping, that's where you really want to be comfortable. This is going to accomplish that goal. I'm excited. Stay tuned for more in the near future. I just want to take another quick opportunity because that big wind cloud, the big storm was blowing in here. So I ran over here real quick to take the rooftop tents down because I'm not going to be seeing the evening this time, but I will get back out definitely as soon as possible. But I simply want to say again, thank you so much to Cybertake for supporting me, for believing in me, my channel, and just helping me get outdoors to do what I am passionate about doing. Just exploring and being out here. So thank you so much. And I'm quite confident for most anyone else that just likes to get outdoors, this is a game changer. If I can rest comfortably and sleep very well in the evenings, whether it's through air conditioning, through heating, or combination of dehumidifying, 100% you're gonna have a great time being out here. And especially I would say with children, your significant other, friends, family, you name it, pets. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be worth the investment. And for me, I'm loving every bit of it. I can't wait to get out again soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Until next time, live, explore, can do.